everybody! Thank you for coming to the scholarship banquet. My name is Jessica Chau. I am a junior sociology major from San Francisco, California. One of my most important extracurricular activities at Boston College, I would say, is my current position as the Political and Educational Programming Director of Asian Caucus, for a few reasons. One, I have the responsibility of throwing political and educational events, so being the political voice of the Asian American community. And because of the faults of our education system, we don't have the Asian American courses, ethnic studies courses, history courses, that would inform our student body about the contribution and the accomplishment and the struggles of Asian Americans who came here early on. And so I feel like my organization, especially, and my role especially, I have a strong duty to bring that voice to life, to bring that history to life and share that narrative. Many students, especially of Asian American descent, do not know about it, and oftentimes feel lesser than because they feel like they're not a part of the American society. They're not American enough. Another reason also is because a lot of times, because of the ignorance and misconception, that's what reinforces stereotypes and also fuels inequality. And so, especially for those students who graduate from Boston College and move on and take on like higher positions, they're the ones who will be making the decisions, making the policies. And if they're misinformed about the needs of the community, then the policy will definitely perpetuate inequality. And so to end that cycle, we need to start with education, rooted in that. And that is why I feel like my role here is definitely important and needs to continue on. I guess I'll backtrack first to my childhood. I lived in San Francisco my whole life. And San Francisco is a very interesting city. It's very colorful, very diverse. Similar to Boston in a way too, because it does have segregated neighborhood. And I live in a predominantly Asian neighborhood. So I went to predominantly Asian high school, middle school as well. And so my time there, I never really see myself as Asian American. I never see people through the lens of race. I really see myself as just an American because hanging out with my classmates, my colleagues, teachers, friends, they're all Asian Americans as well, and so I didn't see race as a main factor. I wasn't being treated differently until I came to Boston College. It was until I came here my first day during orientation. I was very happy, I was very hyped up, I was ready to meet everybody, thinking that everybody would be very friendly and open. And so I was in an orientation group, all white people, and I began to start conversation with them. And interestingly, in a very subtle manner, they didn't look at me in the eyes. I was talking to them, asking about like skiing, snowboarding, wanting to know more, and then they say, just answer a few words, and they turn to the other people and talk to them instead of me. And so at that time, I felt really strange. I'm like, why are they treating me so different? Like, how come to the other colleagues, they're not talking like that, but to me, being Asian, that's when I realized, like, me looking different, why am I being treated so much like a foreigner in a way? And that was a big wake-up call and my acknowledgement of identifying myself as Asian American, not just American. That was when I decided to join Asian Caucus and be a freshman representative, because I feel like there's so much that needs to be done. There's so many misconceptions that are going on, and so why should I feel bad about myself, when I know that my ancestors, my people, has done so much for this country, and yet I'm being treated as someone different, as someone new, as someone foreign, as someone who shouldn't be here, who, as America isn't my home when it is. And I feel I have the same feeling at Boston College, and it shouldn't be, because this university is mine just as anybody else's. And therefore, I decided I'm not going to be silent anymore. If they want me to be silent, I'm not going to be silent. And if they don't want to listen, I'm going to make them listen. And that's why I decided to be involved in Asian Caucus, and also doing community service work to give back to the community. Some of the most important issues I think facing the Asian American community is, one is, for on campus, it would be the lack of an Asian American studies program, or to be more ambitious, the ethnic studies program. It shapes the way people think, behave, and act. And so I think if the student body as a whole learn about the history of the American people, not just white Americans, European Americans, but also about Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, Black Americans, Native Americans, and the contribution that they have made to building this society, I think there would be more tolerance and more appreciation of diversity. As of off-campus, One important thing is language access. There's been a lack of language access for like in hospitals and police stations and even in the census. A lot of the advance letters that are being sent out talking about encouraging folks to fill out the census is only in English. And so how would like Chinese American community, how would it's only in English? And so how would like Chinese American community, how would like the Hispanic American community even know about the importance of the census if they can't even read the letter that's telling them about it?